Hello, everybody. It's Jason Maneely with Team Maneely once again, and I'm here to give you our annual spring marketing report. And holy shift, things are starting to change a little bit for you. Like I said, things are starting to change a little bit. We are seeing a shift in the market. And as everybody else panics and thinks this is a terrible thing, I think it's great. I think we've needed this for a long time. Um, we have been running at an extremely low inventory for the last 2 years during the pandemic, and it has caused our housing prices to just go through the roof, 20 to 30% a year, depending on where you're at. And I'm sorry, that is just not sustainable. It is not good, and it causes bigger problems than it's worth. So I'm actually glad to see the change. Now, there is a little bit of reason to be concerned because we're not sure exactly what's happening, right? Things are changing. We're not sure where it's going to go. My hope is that it goes back to 2019 levels. We were somewhere between 12 and 1,500 houses on the market at any one time. Currently, we've got about 550. So we're still well below where we want to be, but we're higher than where we were at the end of 2021, which was like right around 300 houses, right? That was really, really low. Like I couldn't even show you houses when you came to town to look. And you had to race to get the house, and you had to sell your firstborn and buy a food truck for the sellers and have a band there to serenade them on their way up, right? We don't want that. That is a pain in the butt for everybody involved. And so we are going to see a shift, and we're happy to see it, right? For you sellers, the sellers are going to have to change their expectation a bit, right? You're not going to get that food truck, and you're going to start seeing a little bit more discernment from the buyer. And so you're not going to be able to price your house at the extreme end where everybody is listing, right? You might going to have to listen to the market, to what it's actually going to get you. So you're going to have a good and shrewd agent that can price the house well, so we can get those people in the door and get your house sold. With that said, you might not be selling that house in 2 or 3 days with multiple offers and $100,000 over price. You might have to sit on it for 2 or 3 weeks. You might have to negotiate some repairs on that house. So it's not going to be all about you sellers. The buyers it's going to start leaning in their favor just a bit. One thing I will say to sellers too is don't buy your house before you sell your other house, right? Because if you can't sell that house for a month or 6 weeks, can you have that holding cost for 2 houses for that same amount of time? So make sure that you have identified that house, that you can get your offer that you want, right? And that you can move on to the next house without any problems there. For buyers, it's still a very low inventory. However, it is a lot better. We have almost doubled what we were at the beginning of the year, and we expect that to continue to go up. Interest rates have pushed a lot of buyers out of the market. So if you are pre-qualified and are ready to go, you will be in better shape than you were, 3 to 6 months ago. And so what we're seeing buyers being able to have a little bit more leverage in their negotiation. You can be a little bit more picky on the house. You don't have to race to get to that one particular house with 20 other people there putting in their offers at the same time. So hopefully we'll see this inventory continue to grow. Like I said, I would love to be at 12 to 1,500 houses. And in this market, you buyers need to make sure you have a great line of communication with your lenders, that you know exactly where the interest rates are at any one time. We are up to about 5.5% right now. I've heard almost up to 6 in some scenarios. So make sure that you know exactly where you're at as interest rates go up and what your purchasing power is. That could change literally from week to week right now. I've never seen it go up this fast. So please have a good line of communication with your lenders, and that makes the process a whole lot easier. Okay. So the market's changing. It's a good thing. It is not time to panic. I do think this is a great time for sellers. This is still a seller's market, and at least in Prescott. I'm not sure about everywhere else, but Prescott is still very much a seller's market, and it is a good time for you to sell, honestly. And if you can find a place to rent for a couple of months, you might be able to get a great deal on your next house. So give us a call. Let us know what you're thinking, how we can help, and we can go from there. You can reach us out on social media. You can give us a call, email, YouTube, wherever you see us at. Let us know. Hope all is well, and we'll talk to you soon.